Welcome back to All the Things Music, the podcast.
This is our quarter three wrap up. Quarter three is over. It has been for a minute actually. But we are going to review vinyls that we got, physical media. We are going to review shows we went to. And I think I counted and I think I went to 18, which is
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, that counts every day as Law of Lala as like a show, and it counts, spoiler, Riot Fest as a show. And
Like
yeah,
after shows
but
as a show.
yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, so like in a Lollapalooza time, we went through 6 shows in 4 days. But
Yeah.
that's what we're out here doing these days. And we might chat a little bit about top albums and songs and stuff of the quarter as well, because there was some good stuff that came out.
There was. Oh, song of the
Yep.
day, merch of the day. I do have a song of the day already ready. I thought about it while I was getting ready. So my song of the day is Opalite. And the reason it's my song of the day is because I had like my immediate favorites when I listened to the album, and that wasn't one of them. But today, for some reason, as soon as that song has ended, I've started it over.
Ooh, interesting.
So today it is actually my song of the day because I think I've listened to it probably like I don't even know, like 10 times.
Well, in a similar vein, mine is Elizabeth Taylor from The Life of a Showgirl, because I did the same thing. I mean, it was on my original list of favorites, but I went for a walk today and I listened to that song and then it ended and I was like, we need to do that one again. So, the beat drop.
Elizabeth Taylor. I'll have you know,
That's
I
the
walk
one.
around my house and I just sing Elizabeth Taylor like for no reason.
I like it. Also, you really hit that. That was nice.
Thanks. My merch of the day is very bright. Um, it says your favorite boy band, and I will get into it later, but it is my newest piece of merchandise that I've gotten. Shout out Five Sauce.
Yeah. Mine is
I almost wore that one.
my Lollapalooza t-shirt, because there will be quite a bit of discussion about Lollapalooza in this episode because that was a major part of quarter three for both of us.
Yep. Should we do finals or shows first?
Let's do vinyls first. Number one for me
Ooh.
is a lot of mine actually have to do with shows this time around, or are signed and have a story of some capacity. This is Charlotte Sands' Can We Start Over? This was the summer school tour exclusive version. This is like the cotton candy or something color. I think it says on here. Yes. Limited edition cotton candy. But I did not have this album previously, and I got it at the summer school tour. And shout out to the security guard at the venue who allowed me to run this out to my car before Charlotte set. I appreciate you.
I think my first one of quarter three is Please Hold. Side Quest by Michael Clifford. Um, I have two versions of this, so I'm gonna put that one down. But
That one's special because it's signed.
that one's special because it was really cool that I was actually on like a family vacation and Abby calls me and she's like, "Do you want to meet Michael Clifford in 2 weeks?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "He's doing a Barnes and Noble signing in LA if you want to meet him." So I signed up for I you basically how to do the signing was you bought the Barnes and Noble vinyl and then you got to do the signing with him. And yeah, so got to do the signing. It was really cool. And I also got to tell him that he was a big part of the reason why we
Yeah.
started All the Things Music. So that was really, really fun. And he was very nice. Also, very sad fact is that Abby also bought a Barnes and Noble ticket, even though she is not in California. And I was gonna FaceTime her while my mom came and took her spot, and my mom was gonna FaceTime Abby, but they wouldn't let
Yeah.
us FaceTime. But
I
we
did
still
still get the signed vinyl signed to me. And this is that we both got. It's the Vertigo vinyl, the Lua Blue one. Do you remember how many this was limited to?
I think
500, 400?
500. I think 500.
Not that many, but no, my packaging is not correct. I decided this will come up later, but I decided to get rid of the green one. Um, but I kept the cool pressing and I kept the cool sleeve.
My next one is very exciting. Because it is, please hold the suspense. Charlotte
Yeah,
Lawrence somewhere. And
me too.
this it's very pretty blue, like translucent. And we got this. Oh yeah, and it's signed with like little
There's that.
notes.
Mine
And
has a
mine says, "Love you."
heart.
Um, We got those at the Phineas after show at Lollapalooza. She was selling them at the merch booth. And we love Charlotte Lawrence. So we were very excited. And I did actually have to travel to Lollapalooza with a vinyl and then also home with a vinyl.
Yeah, because Mikaila brought me my signed Michael from LA and she got home. We got guitar picks at Lollapalooza from Charlotte's set, so I have that in here too.
Oh yeah, mine slid somewhere, but I also have my ticket from the show in mine.
All right, well, my next one, so going back to my story about how I decided to get rid of my Michael Clifford green vinyl. I also on the same day went to one of the record store listening parties of Sabrina Carpenter's Man's Best Friend. And I brought my Michael vinyl to a store that I have sold vinyls to in the past. And I was like, hey, I want to get rid of this one. And they I can't remember if I paid for it or if I paid like 15. I think I paid $15 for it. Plus the Michael vinyl. Um, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I got the weekend that it came out, the Billie Eilish Hit Me Hard and Soft anniversary edition. Well, I mean, you can see the artwork is metallic, and then the disc is
So sick.
so cool. Um, and the reason why I didn't get this one previously is because I didn't really like any of the pressings, besides the one that came from her web store, and still didn't even like it all that much. But this one I thought was really cool. I really liked the metallic packaging, and yeah, now my Billie Eilish collection is complete.
Um, I also went to a listening or a record store day like release party. Not record store day, a record store listening party release day thing for Man's Best Friend, but I had already pre-ordered Man's Best Friend, so I knew that I wasn't gonna buy it at the record store. Because I got it from her website, but they did have emails I can't send forward, and I did not have emails I can't send on vinyl. So, and I think this was like really good deal. Like I think it was like $25, and I was like, that's a steal.
You get
That's what
Feather on vinyl. You get Lonesome on vinyl.
I know. It's great. Also,
And so lonesome without me.
because I bought a Sabrina vinyl, they gave me like the sticker, which is right there.
Hey, honk
So.
if you're stupid. Speaking of Sabrina, my next one is indeed Man's Best Friend. The signed one from her store. Um, I know that she also did like the black and white ones, but this is the blue. So
Oh, I'll just include mine because I got the same one. So we'll include that. My dad came with me to the Sabrina Carpenter record store party,
Uh-huh.
and it was like 2 days after we had gone to the Youngblood concert together. And they had like for some reason, my store had like a European like signed version of his album of the tour we just went to. So like it has a little signed insert. I don't know what to do with it, so I just put it there. But my dad was really cute. He was like, if you want it, I'll buy it for you. Then it's like a memory from the show. And it's like this nice, cool silver color. So
So my next one is Kelsea Ballerini, Subject to Change. I have all the other Kelsea Ballerini on vinyl, including the record store day one. But I never got Subject to Change because I wanted the blue one. Yeah. So, um, she restocked it for some reason around the release of the Patterns Deluxe like physical copies. And I saw it online and I was like, this thing goes for at least twice what she is charging for it on her store. So I'm gonna get it and complete my Kelsea collection. And I now have the blue setting Subject to Change.
The last one is not actually technically, it didn't come out in Q3, but by
Close
the
enough.
by the time we record Q4, it will be like very
Long in the
old.
past.
It'll be very old at that point, and I feel like we should just let it have its moment right now. So, Life of a Showgirl, and it is the Target. What is this one called? Like pink
The
shimmer,
crowd is your king.
summertime spritz, pink shimmer. The crowd is your king,
Yeah.
and it is so pretty. No, oh yeah, yeah. It's like rose gold. It's so pretty.
It is the only vinyl I have, I think, that is sparkly.
I think me too, I think. But yeah, and like I'm not gonna open it because it's in its sleeve, but the inside of this vinyl is so beautiful.
Amazing. I'm also gonna throw one last piece of physical media in here because I did purchase it. Um,
Yeah.
Signed CD of Life of a Showgirl.
So if you're
Well,
still with us, it's time for us to recap all of our shows.
my first one was summer school tour. So, I was planning to go to summer school tour. So summer school tour, was a it was a whole bunch of bands over the summer that were playing Vans Warped Tour. I was really into the idea of Charlotte Sands and Taylor Acorn, but Rain City Drive was on it. Excuse me. Beauty School Dropout, Arrows in Action, lots of good like pop punk kinds of bands. And then like right before the show, I was very fortunate to be approved to shoot for Miss Charlotte Sands herself. And I got to take my sister to the show and they rotated the headliners and like there were three support bands and then three headliners and they rotated the headliners every night and I got to see Charlotte as like the main headliner at the end, which was awesome. Um and that show was at the Vic in Chicago, which is on like the north side in Lakeview East. And I hadn't been to the Vic in a good like 7 years. And it's good to be back at the Vic. And that was my first time seeing Charlotte Sands too. So
Yep.
that was really fun.
And you got to
And
shoot her.
I got to shoot for her. And then I somehow, because my sister is amazing, ended up back in the crowd on the barricade
Oh
for the rest
yeah.
of her. I don't know how that happened, but it did. So that was really fun.
Honestly, shout out Grace. She's a real one at shows.
And then I also went to see Hotline TNT
I
at
forgot you
Wicker
did
Park
that.
Fest in Chicago. Yeah. Another funny story. Um, so Hotline TNT, I knew like two songs, but they were playing for free. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. And it was a street fest. And my sister really likes to sit in a chair for a concert. So she brought a lawn chair. And she was the only person at the entirety of Wicker Park Fest who was sitting in a lawn chair. But she probably had a better time than anybody else who was there because she was sitting in her lawn chair and all the rest of us were standing. But that was fun. Kind of random, but fun.
Good time. So anyways, is this the start of Lollapalooza?
Lollapalooza.
Lollapaloopy.
Yep. Day
Um,
one.
Day one. Okay, but first of all, just to preface, I want to say this was Abby and I's first festival ever, and like we kind of crushed it.
We did.
We absolutely nailed it. Day one, we take the train in. This is not part of the story that really matters. We take the train in, we check into our hotel, or we drop our bags off at the hotel, and then we
We
walk
go get
over.
our Olivia Rodrigo coffee.
We go get our Olivia Rodrigo coffee. I forgot about that. It was really
Yeah.
good.
It was. I don't even remember what was in it, but I think it was lavender.
I
It's
think it
great.
was lavender.
Right by the bean.
I got to see the bean in action. It was under construction when I
Yeah.
was there last time. Got to see the bean.
Yeah.
Got to, never mind. Um, never mind. Yeah, exactly.
Ed.
The first person that we saw, shout out to the Toyota Music Den. We got to see Bo Stalick.
He was so good.
He was so good. And honestly, I feel like that was a great introduction to Lollapalooza because it
Yes.
was in like a small tent. The Toyota Music Den was like main stage artists, but they were like playing like a smaller set. Um,
Hmm. They had free
and
popcorn, they had free bandanas. We ended up side stage right on the on the barricade, basically like on top of the photographers and
yeah,
everything. So
and our
with our people.
bandanas were they came in clutch the whole weekend.
Yes, they did. And then we saw Role Model for like what, 3 songs?
You know what's funny is I remembered that after Bo was when we practiced our walk from role model
Yeah,
to Gracie.
yeah, we
We
did.
timed how long it would take to get from
Yes.
role model stage to Gracie's because it was like on the other end.
Yeah. Opposite
And
side.
so that was what we did. But then we saw role model for yeah, well, how many songs was it?
I think it was 3. I think we said 3 songs.
Three
And then we
songs.
were like, we gotta hoof it. We gotta get out of here so that we can get to a good spot for Miss Gracie. Let me see
Overall
if I actually wrote down.
consensus, role model is a very good performer. I had a great time for the
Oh,
three songs that I saw.
amazing. Writings on the wall. Look at that woman, scumbag.
You know what? Honestly, at least we got to see Scumbag
Yep.
and
Um,
Miss Gracie Abrams.
Lollapalooza Day 2.
No,
Oh
we
my
didn't
God,
finish.
yes.
We literally didn't even finish day one.
Yes, Gracie Abrams. Literally like the sole reason why I was like, I need to go.
You want to take this one away?
I cried multiple times. So I've been a fan of Gracie Abrams since like before she even like played the Eras tour. And the first time I ever saw her was House of Blues in Chicago. And the first second that the crowd at her stage went up on the screens, and I could see that it was like
All the way back.
50,000 people who were watching Gracie Abrams at a sunset set time at Lollapalooza while she's playing these songs that have like, I mean, before this, we had seen these songs at the Eras tour, and I saw them at the Ryman. Like the Ryman is 2,500 capacity, and then it's like, oh my gosh, these songs are like something else now. Um, but she was great. She played a full hour, and she ended with Dancing on My Own with Robin, which was the cover that she did the first time that she played Lollapalooza before she ever had an album. So um, she mashed it up with Close to You,
Oh,
and
it was such a
yeah,
vibe.
yeah.
Also, I
I
want to
cried again
say
when it kicked back into Close to You.
yes, Abby did cry quite a few times. I told you things live at Lollapalooza
Oh
changed
my
my life.
gosh.
Changed my life.
Yes. It's
And
really unfortunate the video that's on YouTube is the one that's from Outside Lands because Chicago Lollapalooza was like,
oh
holy
my God,
wow.
it changed my life because that's not even one of my favorite songs on Deluxe, but it was so good at Lollapalooza. Anyways, next, you
Yeah.
can talk about Royal Otis now.
There's really not much to say. Mikaila just needed to go dance to Moody, and that was about it.
Yeah, we danced to Moody and then I think we moved on.
Yeah, we stayed for I think 3 songs of theirs too. I don't remember what the other ones were.
Me neither.
That was the
But
one I really wanted to hear. But unfortunately, I found out after the fact that Royal Otis's album is great. Um, but I didn't know the songs because they were unreleased at the time. Not
yeah,
all of them, but some.
it's okay. We vibed to
Um,
Moody.
and then we ended the day with Luke Combs.
You know
Oh,
what?
I had so much fun at Luke Combs. Did you just hear what my voice did? I was like, Luke Combs.
Okay, debut Taylor Swift.
But you know what? I might listen to Luke Combs later today because man,
I will say, all right, I am not a country fan, all right, but there's something about having a Bud Light, listen to Luke Combs, and his band is incredible.
so good. Yes.
So, like, even if you're not a country fan, like, you can just appreciate, like,
Appreciate.
such a good performer, and his songs are so
Yeah.
fun. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if
And
you know
that
the
was the
words.
only one of the headliners that we went to that was on the like north stage at Lollapalooza. So like the whole Chicago skyline was like right behind the stage, and
I would give my stamp of approval on Luke Combs. I had a great time.
I would too. Lollapalooza day two was kind of the
Crazy.
day that we hopped around and did like I don't even
I think
yeah,
I
it was
almost
crazy.
died
We
this
saw
day.
no, it was the next day that I almost died. I was okay this day.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Um, we so little backstory. We started our day by standing in the merch line because the merch line was like outrageously long. And we came to find out later that this Gracie Abrams Secret of Us Deluxe Tour shirt that had the bed on it, that had like the note on the back that said, "Thank you for coming to our show. I love you, Gracie." Um, she ended up not selling those at the tour and they were festival exclusive. So I don't
And
know
I
what that was
literally
about,
don't even
but
think that I saw them at Outside Lands. Like they were just at Lollapalooza.
I saw them at one other festival, but I don't remember.
Maybe the
The
one
one in
before.
Montreal. Whatever the one was that she played around the same time.
Okay.
But anyway, that was like the best merch of the Secret of Us Deluxe tour, which we ended up going to the next week. So we lucked out on our decision to purchase those standing in line.
It was
And
worth it.
then we went straight over to our
Our Lord
guy,
and Savior, Del Water Gap.
Del Water Gap. Um, we ended up in what, like the fourth row in the middle?
Yeah, we were really close. And also we got
Close
to
enough that when he jumped into the crowd for perfume, I was like singing in my brain. I'm like, what is this song actually called? Um, Man, that's a bad brain fart. But anyway, when he jumped into the crowd, hey bud, he was right there. Um,
and we also got to meet up with a friend.
yeah, which is so fun.
Anyways, we've been manifesting getting to see Del Water Gap together for quite a long time. So this was
And that
incredible.
was the way to do it.
Oh my God, this
Like,
man comes on stage smoking a cigarette, and I was like, oh my God.
and he's got like his leather jacket or whatever, and he's got like his big giant cool guitar, and he's got his shades on and like his black nails, and he's playing the new song that had just come out like the week before, and he's playing all these old songs, I say in quotations, that are like the coolest songs. Like he played freaking Beach House.
Dude, he played Beach
Um,
House. That was like, I was like manifesting that so hard. Oh my God.
what else did he play that was great? I mean, he played um
Well, it was funny
All We
because
Ever Do Is Talk.
he played the new song, How to Live, and then he was like, wait, I
Yeah.
need to play it again because like something happened. And so he was like,
Yeah,
now
he
for the
messed it up a little
second
bit.
time ever.
Yeah.
So,
Um, so that was really fun. And then we
we
hopped
ate.
around a bit. We went and got some vegan nachos and we took them over to Carol Addis, who um we have had like a weird history with Carol Addis. We have found out that Carol Addis has written some of our favorite songs. We found Carol Addis because Lynx, who was like our second podcast guest ever, said that her song Dreams was like her song of the day. And it was like, oh, this song is like great. And she writes with Selena Gomez and Kesha and Gracie Abrams and everyone you've ever heard of ever. And she was so cute.
She was so fun. Like, I didn't know that many of her songs, but I wanted to dance the whole time. And I was like actually
Yeah.
laughing at some of the lyrics because they were so funny.
Yeah. And she had just put out Good Swimmer, which is a great song. If you haven't heard it, go listen to it because that's got something in it for sure.
Crack.
Yeah. That was the last like full set that we went to for a minute. We hopped around to Ocean Alley because Mikaila needed to
I had to see
go ahead.
Tangerine. No, like, okay,
Yeah.
first of all, I just want to know. We pull up. This is the coolest stage. It's in the woods. Like, it's literally in the
Yeah.
woods.
The
We,
Grove stage.
yeah, we pulled up to Ocean Alley. It's in the woods. And they come out, and I said, listen, I really want to hear Tangerine. Like, that's the only song that I need to hear. And what do they start with? Tangerine. And also, I just want to say, I mean, granted, like everyone there was probably stoned, but like, why was nobody going hard for Tangerine besides me?
You were, I have a video of it.
And it was amazing. I had a great time, and then we had to pack it up and head over to where did we go after
To
that?
Bleachers.
To
We went to
Bleachers.
Bleachers to see Jack Antonoff.
The man, the myth, the
I had
legend.
so much fun at Bleachers.
I had a great time, and like what he kept going, get on people's shoulders, get on people's shoulders,
Yeah.
and I was like,
So I tried.
I said I can't do the shoulders. Okay, I broke my collarbone. We could do a piggyback ride.
So I
Um,
did.
and like the men that were standing around us were just like laughing.
Jack says do high knees, we do high knees. Jack goes on a rant about production, about how there's like the ambient tone that makes it so that there's an air of like excitement when you're at the live set, and when you pull it away, it's just boring. It's like, oh, yes, I will take production lessons from Jack Antonoff. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was the coolest. I had a
And
great
I want to
time.
get better. Slaps. Great song.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was a really fun set.
We like, kind of sort of did Wallows. We saw Wallows from a distance while we were
Actually,
walking to
I'm
Olivia.
gonna be honest. I didn't see any of Wallows. I was sitting on the ground listening.
At least you're honest.
I did not see Wallows, but I did hear them, and that's enough for me.
That yeah, we'll see
Um,
Wallows again another time. Then we went to Olivia Rodrigo. We were in the back for Olivia Rodrigo, but we had a great time.
I just think that it's
Got to
so
hear her
funny.
Pretty Isn't Pretty.
Yes. Um, I just think it's so funny. We were like at Olivia Rodrigo and we were like pretty far back, but there was like a group of men that were like actually going so hard for Olivia Rodrigo, like standing right in front of
Yeah,
us. It
as they
was
should.
no, it was just so funny because at first I was thinking like, what are what are you guys doing here? And they knew all the words. So
As they
that,
should.
that was really
Oh, and
fun.
she opened her set with Obsessed, which was
I mean, I could have left after that. Like that's my favorite song. So
yeah.
Olivia Rodrigo was great. We had
And
to leave a little bit early though.
yeah, I heard um Enough for You on the way out.
That was a great
Was
for
that what it
me
was?
because yeah, enough for you on the way out and that was enough for me because I wanted to hear that song and we did. So,
And then we made it to the Delwater Gap after show at Shuba's Tavern, which was the
which
best thing ever.
speaking of manifestation, we were talking about this damn after show for I don't even know, months. It wasn't
Oh yeah.
it wasn't even announced, but we were talking about it. We said so when we're going to the Delwater Gap after show. And so
Yeah.
proof that manifestation works.
Yeah. And it was amazing. It was like he played new music. He like stared into our soul and sang. I mean, he did a lot of the set that he had done at Lala during the day, but he also did a lot of stuff that he didn't do at Lala during the day, like
Drum roll, please.
"Rain, honey,
Yeah, he
time
played
to
Glitter
get
Gun.
back to your soul."
Was me,
I'm
you, and the two girls behind us were absolutely freaking out.
losing our minds. Yes. But that's how it should be.
Because that was the first time he's played that in like a really long
A
time.
long time. Yeah.
And
Um,
it was amazing. Like
yeah.
that after show was like everything I could have wanted and more.
And then he said, "Hey," after. He gave out some high fives after.
He did. Yeah, he was in a hurry, but he came out and
What
he
a
waved
guy.
and said hi to everybody, and it was really cool while we were waiting
Yeah.
for our Uber.
I can't wait for another Del Water Gap show.
Day
And then
three.
we dragged ourselves home. We got home at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then we got up and we went back for day three. And we ended up on the barricade for Charlotte Lawrence. Um,
We did
Her brother
indeed.
was handing out picks. I was very hot and sweaty and tired.
Oh my
So
God,
unfortunately, I did feel not well at the end of Charlotte's set.
we were a little worse for wear on Saturday
Yeah.
for sure.
Hmm.
But Charlotte was so good and so funny. Um,
Yes.
if you guys want, if anyone watching this wants to watch her set, it's on YouTube or
YouTube.
yeah, it's on YouTube, and it was so good. That's all I have to say.
Well, yeah, I mean, um she played a lot of her tour set, but her tour, a lot of it had been acoustic, and this was full band. And before the show started, when her like band and crew were setting up and everything, um, I heard her drummer playing the drum pattern of Fear of Falling, which is like one of my very favorite Charlotte songs. And I was like, hey,
I didn't
and
hear
then she
any
played
of
that.
that.
I said he's playing the drum beat of Fear of Falling. Um, and then she played it. And she hasn't played that one very many times, and that is one of my favorites. But then we ended up at Marina,
No, we went to New Dad
right?
at Toyota Music
Oh
Dad.
my gosh. Forgot about New Dad. I don't think
Yeah,
I was like mentally there for New Dad.
we honestly, thank God though, like they were so fun, but they were so chill, and it was at Toyota Music Den, and we got our same like side stage like barricade
Spot.
spot, and we could just
Yeah.
chill in there. It was shaded, um, and yeah, it was really fun. They were super cool. We found them because they opened for Luke's tour in Europe. And so we were excited to see
Yes.
them because they were not the openers for us. So
Then we ended up at Marina,
then
feeling revived.
we were feeling revived. I think we got food, we got ice cream, we went to Marina.
Yeah. And Marina will revive you herself. I mean, when she gets out there and she starts playing Princess of Power and um
Cantissimo.
Cantissimo and what's the other one? How to Be a Heartbreaker, Bubblegum Bitch. Like
Yeah.
she is she
She
is a diva in the absolute best way. Like she is unreal.
yeah, I knew that her set was going to be fun, but like I was surprised at how much fun I had watching
Yes.
her.
Yes, I would see her again. Absolutely.
Same.
After talking about all of these artists, I'm like, oh, I gotta go back and listen to these people. These were great.
I know.
Um, and then we went to Claro. I've wanted to see Claro for a very long time, and finally got to hear Sexy to Someone and Bags and Sophia and Forever, Add Up My Love. Like, what
Abby was
else?
absolutely vibing at Claro. She
Yeah.
was having the time of her life.
Claro is the best sad dance. Well,
Yeah.
maybe not the best, but one of the best. She is the
She's up
queen of the
there.
sad. And her band is so good. I love how they structure their live show like a studio session, and like she has friends come in from her band that I don't actually know if it was like a side thing or if it was before she was just Claro, but and like it's very vintage style. All of the instruments like are corded, and
She
just
came
the
out
look of
just
it
like
is
with a glass of wine, like hanging out with everybody on
yes.
stage. It was such a vibe.
Yeah. So I'm very glad that we finally got to see Clara.
And then we went to Rufus Du Sol.
I think that my soul left my body.
Yeah, I will say at this point in the day, I don't think I was like present in my
Rufus Du
body.
Sol was perfect for that time of the day.
Rufus Du Sol, I want you guys to know, picture this. Abby and I, the two most sober people there, okay? We are completely stone cold sober, but you would not have believed that for 1 second
I was
because
falling down the hill.
I have a note on my phone because like I she couldn't hear me because it was so loud. I literally wrote a note on
So
my phone that I said I've watched you almost fall down the hill 5 times now.
I have a
And
video of Mikaila like dead eyes, like
there is no one home. But I was
no.
having a great time.
Yeah,
And and keep in mind, so we're at Rufus du Sol and we're thinking to ourselves, okay, we had a deal all day that if after show tickets for Phineas went down to face value, or
we would go.
or if we went to the venue and they had tickets at the box office, we would go.
Hmm.
So we decided to leave Rufus du Sol like a little bit early. I think we missed like two songs.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if it was that many songs.
But yeah, we
We
like
basically
barely.
the crowd, basically.
Yeah, and but Rufus du Sol was so good. Like they're
I think
uh
about pressure
oh,
often
so
and
good.
on my knees.
On My Knees
Those two
changed my
specific.
life.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna be
cool.
listening to my playlist later.
Yeah, you're gonna listen to your Lala playlist, is that what you said?
My live playlist
Oh, okay.
for the year.
Um, they're so cool because they're very much like electronic music, but they have like live instruments. So I think
Hmm.
that's like the only reason that I like it because I'm not really like a big EDM person. Um, but they were so fun.
Yeah. And then we did indeed go to the box office at House of Blues Chicago, and the girl is like typing on her computer, "Let me see what I can do," and hands over the Charlotte Lawrence and Phineas after show tickets to us. And we're like, okay, after show
For
number two, here we go.
for cheaper than they were
Under face
online.
value. Yep. Which rocked.
And then, but I said to Abby, we get in there, we're so excited. I'm like, oh my God, I get to see Charlotte again. I said, I cannot make it through all of Phineas. I will die.
But Charlotte did play Body Bag, which
Oh
was
my
the only
God.
one that she hadn't played during the day at Lala, and that is like one of our favorites. And we did like the phone flashlights for her doing like the little piano part for Body Bag, and it was so cute, so special.
Yeah, we were going really hard for Charlotte at House of Blues. Um,
Yeah,
like we're screaming, we're jumping, but we're like on the side. Like I don't even know if I mean, I'm sure she saw us start the flashlights, but
yeah,
um we were going so hard.
doesn't matter.
We had a
Yeah,
great time and it was very worth it. But yeah, at this point, I felt like I was about 95 years old.
I think we made it through 5 songs of Phineas, which was good. It
We
was
did.
like half an hour,
It was
maybe
really
longer.
fun. He was really, really
Oh,
fun.
and
And honestly, if I wasn't
he's
so dead
amazing.
tired, I would have loved to have stayed.
Yeah,
But I did think my back was going to break in half. So
yeah. And then we went back for the final day of Lollapalooza. We went to Benches, which Benches, I did their album review for our website. Mikaila shot their show for our website. Um, they're cool, like indie alt rock. Um, I don't really know their songs very well, but it was a good vibe and we had fun. And then we left, which was also fun. And we went and had lunch by the Riverwalk. Um, and then we went back feeling revived. And we saw Phineas from a distance. We decided that we wanted to stay at the stage where Sabrina Carpenter was going to be for as long as possible to have as good of a spot as possible. And we ended up in like the second row of the GA section, like off to the left hand side. So I would say we did pretty good. Um, but so we saw Phineas from a distance, and then we saw Dominic Fike on that stage. And then
your one
Miss Sabrina.
request, your one request was that you heard For Crying Out Loud and you got to hear it when you were walking to get food. So
Yes, I did. I heard it very close. It was great. And I was walking along like singing by myself, and people were probably looking at me like, "What are you doing? Who are you?"
Yeah. We got to then yeah, we got to see Dominic Fike and then it was time for the one and only Sabrina Carpenter.
Which was legendary. I when she was up on that balcony during Don't Smile, and I could see the whole Chicago skyline in the background. It's the last night of Lala. I'm feeling emotional already. I'm exhausted. And she's up there over this massive crowd of people singing Don't Smile because it happened, cry because it's over. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I was crying. Um,
Um,
and this was the last
I
show
mean,
before Man's Best Friend came out. So it was like
yeah,
the end of like short and sweet era.
era. Yeah. I just got goosebumps when you said that.
But um I mean, I think anybody that has seen Sabrina Carpenter knows that she's like literally an incredible performer.
Yes.
So,
And then we went to,
oh God, it continues.
yeah, we were together for a solid 2 weeks because we did the whole Lollapalooza thing. And then we flew from Chicago to San Diego, and we ended up well, we went to Disneyland for a day. That has nothing to do with
Same.
music, but we did indeed go to Disneyland. And then we went to 2 nights of Gracie Abrams at the Secret of Us Deluxe tour in LA. And we had tickets to the second night. We did not to the first night.
But we knew we
We
were going to
had,
be there.
and I will say we had nosebleeds for the second night. We ended up buying day of face value 100 level for night one, in which she brought out Audrey, in which she played in between, in which she played the freaking forum for the first time ever, and we could see like the whole production of it all.
Oh my God, it was
Um,
so cool. Like I was just like in awe because like I had seen, I mean, you saw Secret of Us at an even smaller venue than I did, but
yeah,
even going from seeing her like at the Greek to like the Forum, I was like, "Whoa, this is
yeah.
crazy."
Well, and she just has grown so much of it as a performer over the last, I mean, over the last year for sure, but even more than like just in the time that I've been seeing her live, like she has grown so much. And seeing her, I'm literally getting goosebumps again. Seeing her command an arena was something else.
Yeah,
Um, and then we went back for the second night, and we had nosebleeds, and we pulled a little a little luck out of our hats, and we ended up in the pit.
which I'm not condoning complaining, but I will say
But
if
when
you
there's a reason,
I mean, yeah, to be fair, our seats did not say they were obstructed, and there was fully
they definitely were.
part of the ceiling was fully blocking us, and you could not see, like, if you've seen Gracie's show, you could not see the screen that was behind us, like, or behind her.
Yeah,
It was blocking the
you could
stage.
see the front of the stage, nothing else.
And so, and also for anyone that has been to the Forum, I have moved at the Forum a few times in my life, and usually the first time they're like, no, I can't help you. No, I can't help you. And if you just come back,
And then
like, you
the
know,
lady was so nice.
yeah, the lady at the box office was so nice. And she hands us our wristbands and she's like, what did she say?
She was like, "Make sure that you like dance and have a really good time, okay?" And I was like,
Yeah, it was so sweet.
"Okay."
She like
And
finagled us
Gracie's
three
opener,
wristbands.
yep. Gracie's opener was Griff, and I wanted to see Griff for a very long time. Actually, I couldn't see Griff on her last tour because she played the Vic the night before I was supposed to see Gracie Abrams on the Secret of Us Deluxe tour. And I was like, I can't do concerts 2 nights in a row because I was also going to Gracie Abrams at the Ryman the same weekend. So, I did not see Griff for that purpose. And then Griff opened for Sabrina on some dates of her tour, but none of the ones that I went to. Um, and then finally, for whatever reason, Role Model had to reschedule some stuff, so he wasn't able to play the LA dates of Secret of Us Deluxe, and Griff ended up the opener, and it was so good to hear those Griff songs live.
Oh my
So
God,
much
she's
fun.
so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's so fun.
And I was a little bit dehydrated at Gracie night too, but I did indeed like cry my eyeballs out when we were there, like at the end of the second night, and she's playing right now, and it's like I think I'm more at home somehow, and it's like a video montage on the screen of like all of these memories of the last like 3 or 4 years of her career, and it's like I literally remember this stuff happening, and here it is, like we're in this arena and she's playing this song in her hometown, and I'm standing in the third row of the pit when I bought a nosebleed.
Yeah, it was insane. Like I was, you didn't want to get your hopes up that you would get moved to the pit. Like I thought we would move a few rows. But so that like just was really like
Yes.
the cherry on top of like such a good experience.
And then I went home, sad face.
Yeah.
But don't you worry, because 2 days later, I was back at another show. Release again, a frequenter of um, content on our site and a wonderful human being to talk to. Um, Went to the Pretty Evil tour. Um, Got to see Elise in action. I really enjoyed Leech a lot.
I really enjoyed Leech a lot. So then I just didn't get enough of seeing Charlotte Lawrence when I was in Chicago because I she was on her like Abby said she was doing like an acoustic tour and she was playing in San Diego and like I love House of Blues in San Diego. Like if there's a person that I like that's playing there, like I will be there. And she was playing the Voodoo Room in San Diego and tickets were on resale for literally like $6. And I was like, I'm there. And it was so fun. Yeah, I mean, as we've already mentioned multiple times, Charlotte Lawrence is great. If you haven't listened to her, please go listen to her. She's amazing. I'm not going to yap on, but it was amazing.
I, at the last minute, decided to go see Maren Morris on the Dreamsicle tour in what is Highland Park, Chicago. So at Ravinia Festival. And I had wanted to go to this show for such a long time. I just had such a hard time with the ticket prices because Ravinia is a privately owned venue. And um I looked on resale a couple days before and they were within my price range, which was half face value. And I went with my mom, and Dreamsicle was is an album that I really, really, really love that came out this year. And I had never seen Maren headline before. That was my third time seeing her, but I'd never seen her headline before. And it introduced me to Miss Erica Fox, who ended up doing an interview with us. And I got to hear Push Me Over live. I got to hear the Bones live with full production. Um, it was a great show. And I know that Dreamsicle Tour is over in the US now, but if for whatever reason someone in another country is indeed listening to this, go see the Dreamsicle Tour when it comes.
I also went and saw the Pretty Evil tour. And like Abby said, Elise was so good live, and I got to take pictures at the show. And yeah, it was amazing. And she also performed an unreleased song, Die, which is out now, but it wasn't at the time. And yeah, I mean, we love Elise. Like she's so funny, and it was really cool to finally get to see her play live because I neither of us had seen her. We just talked to her, and
Mhm.
so it was really cool to finally see the songs come to life because that was like one of both of our favorite albums of the year.
Yeah.
So, and then actually, mine is the next day. I went to see Youngblood with my dad.
Oh yeah.
It was not a great experience to get the tickets, but the show was incredible. If you haven't seen Youngblood and you like even one of his songs, I would recommend going because I the whole time was like, "Oh my God." Like, anyways. We talked a lot about Youngblood in the last episode, so we can move on.
Okay.
I went back to House of Blues San Diego, main room this time, and I got to cover X Ambassadors, which is so cool because if you were like a Tumblr teen, like you know they're legendary. And so it was actually
Yeah.
for the 10-year anniversary of what is it?
VHS.
Yeah, VHS. And so they played the entire album in full and like that was the first time not at that show but at that tour that they had played some of those songs ever. And it was just really funny because they were like, I mean, I think they're in their 30s now. And so they're singing these songs that they put out when they're in their 20s and they're like saying like, okay, we're gonna just like embrace the cringe because like
Yeah.
I don't relate to this song anymore, but like I know so many people related to this song when it came out. So like let's all just like go back in time together. And it was really funny because I was like, they're not my all-time favorite band, but like I know some of their songs and like I always just love watching other people get to see their favorite artists. Like it's my favorite.
Yeah. I have one, speaking of like being excited to see your favorite artist, I have wanted to see Dua Lipa for forever. I was supposed to go see her. I bought the tickets when she was going to be at House of Blues in Chicago, like 8 years ago, 9 years ago. It got moved to Aragon Ballroom. I ended up needing to sell the tickets at the very last minute because of scheduling conflicts on my end. And then actually the first album that I ever reviewed for like a major publication was Radical Optimism. And I bought the tickets to the Radical Optimism tour almost a year to the day prior to when I got to go to that show and finally got to see Dua Lipa and it was so much fun. Her production is amazing, her dancing is amazing, her confetti budget is off the walls. Um there's like fun songs. I did indeed cry to Happy for You. Um she just has a stacked set list and I respect any artist who can do a live show that involves musicians and dancers and pyro and confetti and costume changes and all of that. And the set is 2 hours.
Yeah.
Um, if your set is longer than an hour and a half and you're doing all of that, you are worth your salt. So absolutely had a great time at Dua Lipa. And yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
That was a good one. I think you have I my next one is until September 24th. So you have quite a few.
Oh yeah, we got a while. I got a couple to go. After that, I went to go see Ringo Starr and his all-star band. My dad won tickets and took me with him, and it was at the Chicago Theater, which was one of my bucket list venues. I finally got to go to the Chicago Theater, and who did I get to see but Mr. Ringo Starr?
Insane.
Um, and his all-star band has like really, really cool people in it too. So the fact that something happened to me in the sense that I ended up at this show at the Chicago Theater and Ringo is playing the drums for Toto by Africa because the lead guitarist of Toto is in the All-Star band. Um which was like what is happening to me right now? I'm watching Ringo doing the drums for Toto Africa, which was wild. But that was really, really fun. Um, and then I went to the Mayhem Ball, Lady
Oh my
Gaga,
God.
with my mom. Speaking of people who have production out the wazoo who play for a long time, Gaga played for 3 hours. She did not stop. I lost track of how many costumes she had. That set list was insane. Um, she had the light up bracelet, so the whole place was lit up with bracelets. Like that is of all of the shows that I have seen this year, that is in terms of quality of the production, that is the best show that I have seen this year. Absolutely, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Um,
It looked insane.
yeah. And I had some major post-concert depression after that one. I was thinking about it and processing it for approximately at least 5 days after it ended. Um, yeah, that is a show that I absorbed on every level. And if you have the opportunity to go see it, please do. And also, I would really like for Lady Gaga, if you're listening by some miracle, I would please like you to film the Mayhem Ball so that I can watch it again, so I can like take in all of this stuff because I literally leaned over to my mom at one point and I was like, there is so much to see. I don't know what to look at
Yeah.
because there's dancers, there's lights in the crowd. There's like literally dancers in the crowd. There's like the whole set on the front of the stage that's gothic, and there's fire, and there's so many different costumes, and there's like the narrative of it all. And it was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to handle this right now. Um, but yeah. And then I went to Riot Fest.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Um, I I was fortunate enough to I had applied to cover Riot Fest for us um for like media purposes, and they denied our request, but they offered me passes to Riot Fest complimentary as a thank you for applying. So I went to the Sunday of Riot Fest, which was headlined by Green Day, who, oh my gosh, I wanted to see Green Day for forever. They were like on my bucket list of artists to see, and they did not disappoint. Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Oh,
I
and when
want you
they
guys to
started the
know. No, Abby is like an undercover, like really big Green Day fan because like I saw them or I didn't get to see them when I went to When We Were Young festival, but she was talking about it. Like she's been talking about it for since I've known her that she wanted to see Green Day.
and they opened their set with American Idiot, and like on the American Idiot anniversary, and they like opened the set, and the like fist with the heart in it from the cover of American Idiot is on the stage, and there's like fire everywhere, and it's like, holy crap, what is happening to me right now? Like Green Day's on the stage, they're singing American Idiot on the anniversary, and the like hand is on the stage, and overstimulation, but it was great. Um Also got to see Inhaler, Cobra Starship, Gym Class Heroes, and Hanson with John Stamos. So
It was a
quite a
great
day.
day.
It was kind of an alternate reality, but in a good way.
This is my last one, and it's my most recent one, and I'm very excited about it. Um, I don't even know where to start. I've been waiting for the comeback of 5 Seconds of Summer for, we've been talking about it for a long time.
Yes.
And they come back, they announce their single, Not Okay. It comes out. And the day it comes out, they announce, like, hey, sign up for our LA pop-up show if you want the address. And I was like, shit.
Yes, please.
I was like, shit. Like, there was like many opportunities that they did like that when I was younger that I missed out on because like I couldn't drive myself up to LA. So I was like, I am gonna do my best. And so I sign up for the address and I'm like, I don't even know what this means. Like, okay. But on the thing, it says like you're gonna find out the address after 10 a.m. on the next day because they only like did
Mhm.
it 24 hours in advance. And I was like, well, I need to be in LA like before 10 a.m. if I
Stat.
have like a
Yeah.
chance of making it to this because as soon as that address goes out, like the line is going to be wrapped around the building. And
Mm-hmm.
so I leave my house. I don't even know. It was like 6.
6:30.
Yeah, it was like 6 or 6:30 and it was funny because I was trying in my head, like logistically, I knew it was going to be in West Hollywood because that's what they said. And I was like, okay, where is there not a show that night? Like, I need to be close to a venue. And there was only a few that didn't have shows. It didn't even end up being at a venue. It was,
Yeah.
but so I get up there. I also on this time I'm at a random Starbucks in West Hollywood and I FaceTime Abby and we do a virtual listening party of Not Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely flabbergasted. I am listening to it full volume outside of the Starbucks and people are walking by like, what the fuck is happening right now?
And I'm sitting in my office, like about falling out of my chair.
Yeah, because it was like, you know, just had no idea what to expect about this song. And so then I am at this Starbucks. I ended up meeting up with a friend that we know from going to Five Sauce shows. And she and I are like constantly refreshing our email because at this point it's 10 a.m. and we haven't gotten anything. And we're like, great. Like, and we're also thinking like, I don't know if everyone's getting the email. I don't know if you have to RSVP on this email. Like, I don't know if that's your entry or if it's just like whoever's there like gets to go. So anyways,
Mhm.
we whatever. Eventually, her friend is like, "Hey, I'm pretty sure it's at this place. Like, can you guys get here right now?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure." And we pull up
Yes.
and I'm like, "Get out of the car, get a spot." And we're not like totally sure if this is the place, but it's like a hotel on Sunset Boulevard and it has like a little thing that's going around that says like everyone's a star out November
Everyone's a star.
14th. And but I'm like also thinking like, okay, well they have like a lot of those on Sunset Boulevard, so like I don't know,
Hmm.
you know. Anyways, we wait there for like a really long time and finally they move us around the corner and we see that they're like setting up a stage and then like okay, well we got to be in the right
Yeah.
spot
We're
now.
here.
Yeah, I was like we got to be in the right spot and then they whatever at 5 finally we get the email at 2 p.m. guys. All right. I thought you guys were legit now.
No, there are five stops. They're always late.
And so we go in at 5 and it was just like the craziest thing. Like we go in, they give us this shirt and they're like put the shirt on because we're going to be recording and we want everyone to be wearing the shirts. And this was the most overstimulating experience of my life because I'm standing there and they're playing some weird ass playlist. It's like some slow songs. And then all of a sudden it's like, who's the baddest bitch in this? I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Switch up. And then out of nowhere, it's just the sirens or whatever that sound is and Not Okay starts playing and they pull up in a limo. I can't see the limo. All of a sudden they're standing on the limo. They're like Luke's got the hair from the album cover and they're throwing t-shirts in the crowd and then they get on stage. They oh yeah, I didn't know what they were playing because I told everyone I'm like I don't want to know what songs are on the set list. I don't
Yeah.
want to know what I'm gonna hear. I get on stage, whatever. They play Not Okay. I figured that one was coming. And then they played 4 new songs that are unreleased. And I kid you not,
Oh,
I literally, every single song, I'm like sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, like this shit slaps. Like literally, like I'm not kidding. My face was just like, oh my God. Like the whole time, I'm like, they're
that's
like
so funny.
some of the lyrics, I'm like, wow. And
That's
then,
my memory. Make me kiss you. Make you want to
yeah,
kiss me. Like,
right? Yeah, I was like, excuse me, come again. Um, And yeah, anyways, I walked out of that show and I was like, this is gonna be my favorite Five Sauce album. I already know, which is a tough feat because I've been hanging on to self-titled for 10 years.
yeah. 11 now.
11 years. So yeah. Anyways, everyone's a star out November 14th.
November 14th. Well, and then I got to go to a free pop-up show of one of my favorite artists the next day. Kelsea Ballerini was doing a one-off Pandora and Sirius XM performance at Riviera Theater in Chicago. For reference, she played United Center in January, which is 10 times bigger than Riviera Theater. Um, and it was free. Um, there were she played like basically 90% of her tour set list. Um, and had a great time. Went with my sister. Kelsey's like our thing. And it was like unreal getting to see her in that setting. I haven't seen her in a venue that small since the first time that I ever saw her, which was when she opened for Alan Jackson a decade ago. And nobody knew who she was. And that was the day that I met her. And she had one album. So that was really, really fun. Um,
And they
I
had
screamed
lots of
very
cool
loud.
swag there too.
Yes, they did. I do indeed still have my cotton candy somewhere. I have my free hats from Sonic. Um, I got some temporary tattoos from Firestone. Yeah, lots of cool
Abby
stuff.
was tatted up.
Yeah, I had like fake tattoos all down my arm. It's
She was
cool.
tatted up.
Yeah. And then to wrap things up for this quarter, it was technically in the next quarter, but it was at the very beginning. But I got to go cover Young the Giant for us. Speaking of Tumblr era bands that have stuck around, that show was absolutely magical. Um, I'm very, very fortunate that I got to go and see the In the Open tour. Young the Giant does not play venues that small. They do not play venues that unique. Um, but it was just generally a really beautiful show, and their sound live is just one of the best bands I've ever heard, like collectively, um, in a live setting. So the tour is now over. It just wrapped in Red Rocks, but
Next
feel very
time.
fortunate that I got to go to that one. Yeah, next time, go. Before we go, should we do album and song of the quarter and then call it a day?
Sure, I already forgot what albums came out, so
I'm going to make my album The Life of a Showgirl, and I'm going to make my song Don't Worry, I'll Make You Worry by Sabrina Carpenter from Man's Best Friend.
good choice. Okay, well then on that note, I will say that my album is Man's Best Friend because amazing album.
Why
And
not?
and my song is obviously Not Okay because I listened to it about 75,000 times. So,
That's all we have to say. Goodbye.
thank you for sitting through this episode. Nobody did, but if you did, make sure that you follow us on social media. Um, it's all the things music, something along those lines
In some
everywhere.
iteration.
And you can find us online at allthethings-music.com. And you can email us allthethingsmusicmag@gmail.com. And that's all I have to say.